Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater proudly present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds, and it's happening right now. Please welcome your hosts for the evening, Laura Livingston and Ken Adams.
Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Livingston. I'm the Artistic Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater here in New York City.
And my name is Ken Adams, and I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater, all the way in California.
Tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production between Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater, two companies divided by a continent but united in the belief that improvisation is an important theatrical art form.
We started doing this show online during COVID in order to bring a whole bunch of artists together and continue to share our art in the midst of the lockdown. But we have continued to do it, and looks like we're going to always continue to do it because we've discovered that it's awesome, and the opportunity to connect with people all throughout the nation and the world and share our art together is what drives us forward every day.
Exactly, and to give writers a chance to write something and put it in front of an audience right away. Here's how the show works. We have a handful of playwrights here today, and they will have 45 minutes to write a brand new play based on suggestions from you folks in the audience.
While they're off writing, everyone in the audience, that's you, is invited to play some improv and writing games with Laura and me. I think you'll want to use paper and pen or a pencil so you can still see what's happening on the screen as we're working. After each game, we'll hear as many of you read what you wrote as we can, and I encourage you to volunteer without even considering if what you wrote is good. It's very fun just to hear how many different directions everyone's writing goes off into. Then, after 45 minutes, the playwrights will return and present the world premiere of their new work.
And before we introduce tonight's playwrights, there's just a few things to go over. For those of you who are participating live via Zoom, we have asked you to keep yourselves muted and your videos off for now. But in a few moments, when we start the writing jam, we'll invite you to turn your video back on, and we would love it if you do that. The show's streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. When your video's on, make sure that everything you're doing is legal and fit for public consumption. So, you know, if you're burying bodies or having a really bad hair day, we'll understand if you opt to not be seen. But the more of us who turn on our cameras and the more we can see each other and visually support each other, the more fun everything gets. And also, we invite you to turn on the chat feature, which is down here on the lower part of your screen, about the middle of it. Just hover your cursor down there and it'll pop up. Turn that on because that's how we're going to get suggestions from you to inspire our playwrights.
And speaking of playwrights, why don't we introduce our intrepid playwrights right now? I think we'll start off with Laura Valpy. First playwright is a member of Freestyle Repertory Theater. Her play To Go or Not to Go is a winner at the Malvern Theatre Company's short play writing competition in Australia, and production is planned for early in next year. She's fresh from her triumphant portrayal of the villainous Chevalier in Oscar Wilde's An Ideal Husband at the Gallery Players in New York City. Please welcome Laura Valpy. Hello, Laura Valpy. Why don't you turn your microphone on for us so that we can say,
I'm muted. I'm not muted anymore.
You are not muted anymore. Laura, it's great to have you here. Are you excited about writing a show for us tonight?
I'm totally excited. This is my excuse to dodge the mayhem that's happening just over there. So, you know what? I'll stay here writing as long as I can.
And we look forward to seeing your play. Why don't you go off into our writer's nook? Laura, will you introduce our next playwright?
Our next playwright, her playwriting credits include Hollywood Nurses, which was most recently produced at the Phoenix Theater Company in Arizona. She's written for ABC, Disney, Oxygen, PBS, NPR, and Garrison Keillor. Please welcome to your screen, Sheila Head.
Hello. I'm unmuted. Hi.
Hello, Sheila.
Hi, Laura.
You're just getting flung in this tonight.
Yeah.
under the self-inflicted challenge of scaring the Pewaddin out of us, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's try it. Let's I'm ready. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
See you in a
Bye-bye.
bit.
All right.
Don't go far.
Our next playwright writes for Monday Night Playground here in California. Her short plays have had staged readings at Berkeley Rep and Freighton Salvage. America Chavez, Particle Flyer, made its debut last week. I saw it. It was incredible. And her play 3 centimeters per second won a People's Choice Award before going on to a production last year at the Fringe of Marin. Her short play Lucy in the Clouds, which came out of Right Away Session, has also had readings around the Bay Area. Oh my goodness, please welcome Lisa Gay Thompson.
Hello.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Happy to be
Lisa,
here.
you churn out a new 10-minute play once a month with this organization, Monday. What is it called? Playground, right? Forgive me. Playground. And how has that affected your writing, or how has Right Away fed into it, or vice versa?
Well, I'm a nervous wreck, for one thing. But, you know, Right Away has informed that work. And Right Away is really brilliant because it's a forum where you're in this position of writing really, you know, with this incredible time limit, and it's, you know, you're not thinking, you're just going. And yet it's really fun. You know, there's no, it doesn't feel like pressure. It's just magnificent.
Awesome job. Well, we look forward to your fun play tonight. Why don't you go off into the writer's room?
And our final playwright is a TV producer and writer known for What We Do in the Shadows, Frasier, News Radio, Beavis and Butthead, lots of other things as well. He's been nominated for, I believe, 3 Primetime Emmys and 2 Writers Guilds of America awards. And he used to play theater sports with us back when he was a little kid of like 20 or something. Please welcome to your screen, Sam Johnson. Hey, Sam.
Hello. Hi. Laura, Ken. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Ken,
thank you. Laura, thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Ken, welcome. You're all welcome. Back when we first scheduled you for this, you were a writer on vacation, a writer on strike, and now you have to get back to doing it professionally. Is that going to affect your approach to tonight's show?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
If I feel like I'm being treated unfairly tonight, I will strike. Absolutely.
Seems fair. Seems
Awesome.
fair.
And that goes for everybody whose picture's not here on the screen too. So I'm just, don't mess with me tonight. I'm sensitive and tightly wound.
I'm coming for you, Sam.
Sheila, I know you're there. I know you're there. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Hey,
All
everyone.
right, I'll tell you what, stay right there, Sam. Let's bring the rest of our playwrights back onto the screen. Audience, I suggest that you open your chat feature now, if you haven't already done so. Each playwright is now going to ask you for a suggestion to kickstart their play. And when they do, if you have an idea, we want you to just write it into chat. So get ready to chat.
Laura Valpy, what do you need from our lovely audience to inspire your next 45 minutes?
I would like very much, please, a setting. I would very much like, please, a non-spooky setting, not creepy in any way, shape, or form at all. Thank you very much. Type
All right,
away.
everybody, go ahead and type your
Roller
non-spooky
coaster,
settings in there.
nice. Mousetrap, public swimming pool, ooh, at the top of the Space Needle. Not spooky at all. An elementary classroom, basketball court. These are pretty fat. Subway car. These are fabulous. These are all great. Washington Square Park. Okay. Swing set. Yes. Limousine. Geez Louise. These are fabulous. Public swimming pool. Public swimming pool.
Public swimming pool.
These are great. These are all great. Thank you.
All right. I threw my list on the floor. I think Sheila was next in line. Am I right about that?
That's
Sure.
right. Go ahead, Sheila.
So I just like lines of dialogue. I mean, just like throw me some lines of dialogue and write it for me. Thank you. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. Start hitting me. Why? This? Okay, and I'm good. Okay, all right. You don't love me, and this looks like we've created a brilliant expedition.
They really have written your scene for you. This is like AI.
I mean, like I always do it like this. It's not quite AI because I'm not that bright.
Okay, because Sam would go on strike if we did that. So
I'm still on strike, okay?
okay. No better place to do it than here.
No.
Lisa, what do you need?
One of my characters has a secret. What is that secret?
Can't wait to find out.
Me too.
Here they come.
Likes to eat goldfish. They stole the teacher's apple. Smokes. They're a former child beauty queen. Doesn't know how to read. Their hair is turning green. They don't like spaghetti squash. They wear earmuffs in the summer. They carry their ex-lover's heart in their backpack. Bingo. Yeah.
Which one now, Lisa?
They carry their ex-lover's heart in their backpack.
All right.
All right. And Sam Johnson.
I would like a place where you could hide a body, please.
A place where you can hide a body.
Besides Lisa's backpack?
That is so, the mason jar is it's weird because I had been thinking of a mason jar earlier in the suggestion. So I'm going to take a mason jar. These are all great. Oh yeah. Haunted house, trunk of a hollow tree. These are all good. Maybe they'll all play a part, but mason jar is number one.
We also had phone booth, gym locker, trunk of a hollow tree, and amusement park's haunted house. I don't know how you chose. That was brilliant. Let's just take a moment and have the playwrights remind us of which one they took. Valpy, what are you going for?
Public swimming pool.
Excellent. Sheila?
Stop hitting me. Start hitting me. You don't love me. This looks like we've created a brilliant expedition.
Yeah.
Scene.
Lisa?
My character carries their ex-lover's heart in their backpack.
And Sam?
Sam, you're on mute, my friend.
Yep. Ken, I'm warning you. Place where you can hide a body, and that is a mason jar.
All right, writers, in a few moments, we're going to send you away for 45 minutes exactly to write your play, incorporating those suggestions, but that's not all you're going to incorporate. Keep your eye on your phone, because all throughout the 45 minutes, we're going to be sending you texts with new suggestions that we're going to get from our incredible audience tonight. Send those back to you, and everybody will incorporate those suggestions into your plays as well. All right, remember now, whatever you write will be right. Get ready. Here we go. On your marks, get set, right away.
All right, everyone, as our writers are turning their videos and sound off and hopefully tuning us out to their best abilities, we now invite you to turn your video on and wave hello. And if you haven't already, go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. Quick reminder, we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're up to no good, stop it. Stop doing it. You're doing it on camera in front of everyone. If you do have to participate anonymously for whatever reasons, you're still welcome to participate. You can mechanically raise that hand or call out if you want to do some reading or something. But please join us for the jam. It's great to see you all.
Yes, it is. All right. Also, if you move your cursor to the upper right hand of your screen, you'll see some options as to how you can see us. If you put it on gallery view, that's how you get to see everybody up there. And if you put it on speaker view, you'll only see the person who is speaking. So we always recommend gallery view for this part, just so it's like we're all in the room together.
Excellent, excellent. And what you do up there doesn't affect how anyone else sees it. Okay, let's start the jam. Remember, improvisers, that improv's all about being spontaneous and supporting each other's creativity. And if you are not an improviser and have never done it before, I've just told you the secret of the entire art form, which can basically be boiled down to 2 rules. Say yes, make your partner look good. And when I'm writing, I think of saying yes as saying yes to your first idea. The first idea that pops in your head is as good as any other idea that's going to pop in it. So just go with that first one. They're all good at this point. Don't bother critiquing yourself. And even when you're volunteering to read what you write, do it without deciding if what you wrote was any good, because you're not going to know it right now. And when others are reading, we ask you to keep your camera on with your microphone off, but keep your camera on so they can see that they have an audience of friendly faces. And it will also help me and Ken if you keep them on while you're writing, because that way we'll know how much time our exercises are taking. So here we go. We've done this thing. A thing we do in short form improv is we create these games that really mess our brains up so that our subconscious is kind of writing. We're being more spontaneous because our brains are so taken over with the chore of the game that we're fulfilling. And Ken and I have used that to make up a jam based on games that we thought of while reading Edgar Allan Poe. So that's what we're doing tonight. Not necessarily creepy things, or we're not requiring that you write a scary thing, but we got these ideas from reading Edgar Allan Poe. You ready, Ken?
I am. So just to kick off, we're going to start off with a simple word association game. I'm going to say a word. Your job is just to write down the very first word that pops into your mind when I say my word. And since it's Halloween-y and Edgar Allan Poe-y, I'll pick words from the lexicon of Halloween and the world of spookiness in general. You feel free, though, to respond any way you want. So I'm going to say 3 words. After each word, you write down a word, and then I'm going to ask people to just read out the 3 words that they wrote. Nice and simple. And here we go. I'm going to read a word, pause, then a word, pause, then a word, pause. You write in between my words. Cobweb. Window. Forest. See how simple that was? Go ahead and turn your microphones on. Who would like to just read out the 3 words they wrote in response to my simple 3 words? It is that simple. Who's it going to be? Holy moly. Louise Ritchie, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, cobweb, spider, window, cracked, forest, owl.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Somebody else just go ahead and read out the 3 words that you wrote. We're just getting loosened up. Laura, you want to read?
I will, yeah. Cobweb, spider, window, shatter, forest, gump.
Excellent job. You need not write down the word I said, by the way, if I didn't make that clear. You could just read your 3 words without repeating the 3 words that I said. All right. Let's do it again. I'll say 3 words. You write down a word after each one, and then we're going to read them out loud. Here we go. Ghost. Cemetery. Handy. All right. Who is going to read out their 3 words for us? Ryan Vaughn, can I impose upon you to turn your mic on and read out your words for us? Would you be good enough to do that?
Sure, right on.
Thank you.
So I've got old, tombstone, and cavity.
Perfect. Yvonne Dillette, you want to read for us?
Sure. People, dead, and job.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And one more. How about Ray Valpy? Turn your microphone on for us if you don't mind and read them out.
I didn't hear them all, so I'm going to pass on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Let's see. Karen Harrell, you got 3 for us? You can just make them up even if you didn't.
Buster Gate and Bar.
Fantastic. All right. We're going to move on a little bit. So this one is still in the free form, free writing vein. We don't want you to think. We just want you to let some automatic writing happen. Nonetheless, since we're leaning into Edgar Allan Poe, one thing I like about Edgar Allan Poe is that he uses larger and more words than necessary to express himself, because that's his style and he's very good at it. So I thought it would be fun if we tried to use larger and more words than necessary to express simple objects and thoughts. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say an object or a very simple concept or an idea or something. And your job is just to take, let's say we'll give it 10 seconds of free form writing, but your job is to pretty much say what I just said, but using larger and more words and more complex sentences than necessary. Just have fun, be ridiculous, and let's see how it works. Okay, here we go. The first one is, the sky was dark. A few more seconds. And beautiful job. I'm sure whatever you wrote was just amazing. Let's hear a couple of them. Somebody read them out. Yvonne Dillette, what did you get there?
The brilliant and old sky on this particular night was dark and bitter.
Beautiful job. Thank you so much. Somebody else, please read out. What did you write for the sky was dark? Ryan, thank you, sir.
The heavens were an ominous hue of blackness and void.
Was awesome. Ray Valpy.
The firmament had been much brighter earlier in the day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, now we got the hang of it. We'll do it again, right? Another 10, 15 seconds or so to do it. And here it is. The couch was soft.
The what was soft?
The couch, I apologize. I'm putting it in the chat. The couch was soft. And good job. Let's all stop writing. Who will read out what you wrote for us as you are expatiating on the concept? The
Janella.
couch was-
Janella.
Janella, thank you. Go ahead, please.
The couch was soft, but his ass was hard, muscular from exercising, a very mean walk.
It's excellent. Thank you. Anaf, did I see your hand go up? And you're on mute, Anaf.
Who?
That soft place where I used to read, the couch, it was too soft for my sagging body.
Excellent job. All right, how about one more? Anyone want to read one more version of The Couch Was Soft? Louise, take it away.
The divan reveled in the comfort its essence promised to Cymbaline's skinny posterior.
Oh my goodness, beautiful job. All right. I think we're up and running. Laura Livingston, how about I hand it off to you for the next activity?
Well, I think our little kind of between activity is going to be to send a suggestion to
Holy
these
moly, right.
hapless writers. And I always think that it's kind of helpful to throw in something at this point that they may not at all be expecting. Perhaps a prop or an object that suddenly their characters have to deal with. So this is where you'll be typing into the, once again, into the chat, an object that suddenly makes an appearance somehow in their play. Let's see what we got here. A couch.
I see an espresso machine, a boulder.
Stale bread, a frog. I love all this. I'm going to do the true improv thing. My Little Pony, an opened lipstick. Ooh, I love all this. But I'm going to stick to that idea of doing that classic improv theme and take the first one I got that wasn't Ken Adams, an espresso machine. I'm going to put that in, Ken.
All right, you got it.
And it just occurs to me that this is going to take me a moment. Makes and
All right.
I'm working on it. I'm a slow typer. As we all
That's okay.
Michael, how do you in the chat go back to everybody? Because somebody was writing to me and now I can get on back so that everyone can see it.
You go down to the bottom, there's a little blue rectangle down there that may have their name in it. It's got a caret pointing down at the bottom of the chat. Should say everyone, but if it has someone else's name, click on that caret and make it say everyone. I hope that
All right,
helped.
the text has been sent back.
Yep, it's been sent out. Yeah. And back? Don't know. Off it goes. Anyway, here's our next one. This one may be a little creepy. I titled this one Monologue of Madness because Poe seems to have those a lot. What I'd like for you to do is just right now pick a household object, something very ordinary, maybe even something you're looking at right now. And whatever you picked is absolutely right. And if you haven't picked anything yet, it is a paperweight. So here we go. It is a monologue. It's a character speaking. And I will give you the first line with a blank for you to fill in, then let you write for a while. And then I'll come with another line later on, and we'll see how it goes. Here we go. So here's the beginning. It starts out with, it was a simple, and incorporate that object into the end of that sentence. And then keep writing. It was a simple.
Hi. You want to come up? Yeah. Here, too. Here, too. Did you confuse it? No.
Whatever you're writing now, add in a sentence that begins, it exerted a strange hold over me. And then keep writing. Now, wherever you are, add this in. That was when I realized I was completely mad. And keep writing. And the last sentence beginning I'm going to give you is, yes, I admit it. And you got 45 seconds. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't tell you how much I want to hear these. Who's going first? Ryan, what is it? Let me hear it.
I fell in love with this one. All right. It was a simple table, but every Sunday it became a battlefield. See, the Kaminsky family would all get together each Sunday. It exerted a strange hold over me, that table. See, if we weren't there by 3 p.m. on the button, Cousin Ernie would escort you to the party. That's when I realized I was completely mad. See, I'm not even a Kaminsky, but I'll admit it. I killed them all.
Awesome.
So much better than Poe. Yes, Deborah, I want to hear it.
It was a simple cheese shredder, smooth and toothy, designed to cut, to separate, to reformulate whatever hapless objects met its sharpness. It exerted a strange hold over me. Could I shred raw meat with it? Semi-firm tofu? That was when I realized I was completely mad. Who was going to eat that shit? Yes, I admit it. I am a shredaholic, and I don't know if I can ever stop. Give me that cantaloupe now and that banana.
Awesome job. Awesome job.
Oh man, this is brilliant. I could do this all night. Let's hear more. Who's going?
Enough, Garber.
Yeah.
It was a simple yoga block, a purple yoga block I used for my morning yoga class. When I picked it up, it exerted a strange hold of me. I could not let go of it. It was whispering to me in velvety tones, purple velvety tones, hold me, lean on me. Then when I realized I was completely mad. Attached to the yoga block, yes, I admitted it to myself, to the block, and we hugged each other and we didn't let go.
Awesome.
This is one of my favorite exercises ever. Who else is going to let us hear what they did? Oh yeah, Louise.
It was a simple eyeliner. It was purple, and the golden letters said it was made in Germany. But despite its simplicity, a wave of foreboding washed over my gut. It was only one trivial item that the mistress of my dreams had left behind. That's when I realized I was completely mad. I knew it was just a dream, a fantasy plucked from the firmament. But seeing the innocuous evidence, the implement, the purple implement, let me know she was real.
I love it. I love it. I gotta
Awesome.
we gotta send another suggestion to the playwrights, and then we could read more if you like, or we have this page on Facebook called Right Away Afterwards that you can join, and you could post there if you want to tell us what you wrote. But now, Ken, I have another idea that I've been doing lately, is asking for a what I call a technical thing to give them, and I don't mean like a lighting change or a theater technical thing. I mean a writing technical thing, like somebody shouts the sentence you've just written 3 times, or one time we sent back to them, your play starts over. It's a writing thing that they all have to do, and I'm willing to interpretations of what I just explained. I'm open to them. Somebody please write out one of those kind of writing technical things that they have. Oh yeah, like using a rhyming couplet. That's what I'm talking about. Play starts over with a retelling backwards. You are mad. have someone leave and come back. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Switch to future conditional, like they're gonna know what that is, like I know what that is. I'm gonna say character has to start speaking in rhyming couplets. How's that? Okay.
Perfect.
All right, and over to you, Ken. I'm gonna send this in.
All right. So we are going to stick with our Edgar Allan Poe style. The literary genre that he wrote in is Gothic romance, Gothic horror. So we're going to have some fun leaning into the Gothic style. And here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to share with you a couple of characteristics of the Gothic style, and I'll write them into the chat as I'm typing. So a couple of characteristics of the Gothic style are isolated locations, supernatural elements, an atmosphere of rot or decay. That's my favorite one. An air of mystery, darkness and shadows, and love lost or somehow gone wrong. So I put those into the chat. Isolated locations, supernatural elements, atmosphere of rot and decay, air of mystery, darkness and shadows, or love lost and gone wrong. What we're going to do is you're going to write a description of a setting, and you're going to put in as many of those elements as possible. But just to have some fun and shake it up a little bit so you're not thinking too much about it already, I want you to pick one of the suggestions that I'm about to put into the chat. I'm going to list 3 locations. I want you to pick one of those locations and describe that as if it were in the Gothic style. Okay, here we go. Pick either a beach, a wedding, or a garden. A beach, a wedding, or a garden, and just describe the setting in the style of a Gothic romance or Gothic fiction. Ready, and go.
It's really a contract they have. What? She gets left. Kiki! She wants to go out now.
I think I was writing,
Yeah, because you're ready.
but I'll get her on.
See, tummy. See, here's the stomach. Again, tummy. Mm-hmm. Settle. Settle.
Another minute to write. One more minute to write.
It's like us. Just like us. Like, come on and love.
Fifteen more seconds. Five more seconds. And there you go. All right, great job. Everybody stop writing. I went ahead and took the liberty of putting some people on mute just because there was some noise coming over. Wasn't quite sure where it was coming from. So if you're trying to unmute, but you can, then just give me a wave of your hand or something, because I might have to enable it on this end. Okay. And when we are doing the writing, if you could please put your microphone on mute, that would be awesome. All right, everybody come on back. Everybody come on back. And who would like to read their Gothic description of the setting that they wrote for us? All right, Yvonne Dillette, are you able to put yourself on off mute? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yvonne Dillette, take it away.
All right. During a turbulent storm in the spring of '82, Rhonda and Bert, huddled under a soaking wet blanket Rhonda's grandmother gave her on the beach as they watched their rowboat crack in half by the storm and a shark who hungered for the love they knew neither the rowboat nor the shark would ever have.
Wonderful job. Something that was in the list of characteristics that I didn't add in there is heavy use of symbolism, but I'm going to say that shark was a symbol, and you made heavy use of symbolism as well. Excellent job. That was lovely. All right. Who else wants to give us what they wrote?
I'll go.
Okay. Thank you, Janella.
The sand smelled like pus and began rising. All the sand went up, up, until none remained. What was exposed? Alien sex parties. We watched in horror. They turned toward us and that's horror, baby. That's horror.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is horror, baby. All right. Who else? Who's up? Who would like to share their? Oh, Ryan. All right. We'll go Ryan, then Louise, and then Anath. Ready, Ryan? Go ahead.
He strolled down the aisle, and as he walked, he thought he saw the images of those he'd lost along the way. But he didn't feel uneasy. Their presence brought him peace. But as he stood at the altar, minute after minute, waiting for his beloved, he realized she wasn't coming.
Beautiful job. Louise Ritchie.
Okay. Once the garden was a lovely place where the two princes hurled golden balls between the pillars. But in this moonless night, the pillars looked like shadows of hungry ghosts. A lizard slithered over the cracked slate of the path. There was a pernicious stench, like a hunted reptile had crawled in there to die. Then from behind a tree, surrounded by rotted pears, a woman stepped out and cackled.
Awesome. Anath Garber. Thank you, Louise. That was beautiful.
The waves were hitting the sand, breaking out, howling. The sky darkened, and I could see a hand rising out of the water, bloodied. Then another hand, bloodied, and a smell I never smelled before spread. Some say it is a smell of horrors, but I kept running and running.
Beautiful. These are scary. Excellent job. All right. We are, I think, 16 minutes before the end of the workshop. So and we do have another event, so we're gonna pass it off pretty soon. But I just want to make sure, does anyone want one last chance to read their Gothic description? Okay. Awesome job, everybody. Thank you, Laura. I'll hand it back to you.
Well, I'm going to hand it over to you. I have that we have about 15 minutes left now, if you could let them know. And do you have a suggestion you would like to send in, Ken, or should I just go with it?
Yeah, I have something. How about this? How about a non-human character enters the play? And you tell me, the suggestion I'm going to ask for you is, what is this non-human character that we're going to ask them to put in?
He enters the what?
A non-human character. What type of non-human character would we like to? All right, I see a bumblebee, a leprechaun. It was a half goat, half unicorn. Awesome job. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, why don't we go with the half goat, half unicorn? A
And
half goat, half unicorn.
can you
Excellent.
send that in and
I'll send it to them.
All right.
What is the exact time you have left for them, Laura?
right now I have 13 minutes and 51 seconds. 49.
All right.
All right. So this is in the category of one of those things that's going to really mess our minds up, and hopefully, so don't take it too seriously, because it's just to kind of free our minds up to write something. First of all, we were thinking about Poe being a poet as well as a horror story writer. And I just wanted to read a few stanzas of this to kind of give you the idea of what we were thinking about. It's the end of The Raven. And it goes, "Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed thee ashore, desolate, all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore." Quoth the Raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden within the distant Aidenn, if it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels named Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore." Quoth the Raven, "Nevermore." So what Ken and I took from that we thought might be a fun writing exercise is I suggest that you pick something that might be lost, like love. It could be lost love, but pick something that might be lost. Pick an object or animal, like say a raven, and now write something in which that object you picked stands for the lost thing that you picked. So in Poe's case, it was a raven standing as a harbinger for lost love. And then we want to add the pièce de la résistance of Poishness: repeat a word a lot. Pick that word, such as nevermore. Repeat it a lot. You'll have 2 minutes. If it turns out to sound like poetry, that's great. If it makes no sense at all, that's even more poetic. Ready? Go.
Can you say what we're supposed to do again?
Yes. You've picked something that could be lost. You've got an object that represents it, and in your writing about it, you're going to repeat a word a lot, especially whenever you've run out of something else to say. Go for it. Got 90 seconds left. Don't waste a moment. Sixty seconds left. Thirty seconds. 5 seconds. And please end your poem by repeating the repeated word. And stop. I have to say, I think this is the vaguest exercise I've ever done in the jam. I can't wait to see how people interpreted this. And if it didn't work, it's my fault. Just like the wonderful monologue of madness I take credit for it.
Laura, before we dig in and hear some, is it time for another suggestion, or do they still have a minute or two?
Let me just see. They've got less than 8.5 minutes. So probably would be a good idea to send something in. So before we hear these, the last suggestion, we had sent in an espresso machine. Let's somehow bring that back. What could happen with or because or to the espresso machine at this point? Are you sending this one, Ken?
I will. Just give me the exact timing for them.
Tell them they have 7.5 minutes. And the suggestions here are, it made the coffee too strong. Is that the only one? Come on.
It burned their hands.
The espresso machine stops working. It wouldn't produce steam. The EM screens, it explodes. Oh, you know, we got to go, I think, with the espresso machine explodes. Let's do that one. It went on fire. That's excellent. Yeah. You got it, Ken?
I got it.
All right. Okay. We got enough time to hear some of the poetry here. Who's gonna read what they wrote and act like it's a poem?
All right, Avandalet.
Let the brave, the bold, let's hear it.
I'm pretty sure it's not good, but I just, it's fun.
Perfect. Perfect. You know, I don't really like Poe either, so go.
However, the keys were never more hidden from my long lost home. However, my cat would play with them and push them away. However much I tried to find the keys to open the door to the garage that held my secrets, however, I would never open that door again.
Oh, brava. I thought that was perfect and good. Ray Valpy.
I'll go if no one else goes.
Drink till I'm dizzy. Drink till I drown.
Oh.
Drink till I fall in the river and get washed down the falls, falls, falls.
Oh. The bells, the bells. Excellent.
Janella, I heard you call out in the darkness there. You want to read out?
Hang on, Janella, just one sec. Ken, I don't have that last suggestion showing up on my, did you send it? Did you send it to all
I
of them?
did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Huh. All right then. Okay, Janella.
I lost my keys. They fell off my knees. I looked both near and far. I asked my friends if they knew where. They said they were in my car. At the beach I was sunning. I left the damn car running. The mystery man drove it away, and it blew up at the end of yesterday, all from keys, keys, keys. I don't know.
It rhymed. It rhymed like
It
poetry. Fabulous. Fabulous. Karen, let's hear it.
All right. I went with the Janella route, so it should be under the cushion, but I just kept looking. Nowhere to be found. Maybe it went underground. When it's lost, I don't know the cost. Never found, never found.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I want to make sure I
Who,
haven't skipped anyone who's volunteering.
I'll volunteer.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Louise, please.
Okay. The asp knew Eve no longer had desire. Eve was mother of everyone, but with desire for none, desire lost, no desire that should have crossed the bounds of the garden, no desire of fire, just a choking gray, dusty hope to revert to innocence, live now in her throat, desire lost, dust gained, dust like cremains, dust like cremains.
Oh, that was beautiful.
This was a great exercise. I'm a
All
genius.
right. Anyone else give us their Edgar Allan Poe style poem
Mine is
based on it?
Mine is really,
Enough.
but I'm going to do that. The
That's
necklace,
what Poe said before every reading as well.
mine is for sure. The necklace my mother gave me, the only heirloom there was. The necklace my mother gave me, the necklace is gone. The necklace my mother gave me, the necklace is gone. My mom and the necklace are gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought that was beautiful enough.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I love the change in mood at this. I love how everyone interpreted that and went with it, thus making me a genius, which I wasn't before you started writing. Really nice. Very nicely done. Ken, should we throw one last thing at them? They're going to have 2 minutes left.
I say we do it. One last thing. Do you have a suggestion or shall I?
Why don't we get something that something that one of the characters says? We haven't done any dialogue yet, I don't think.
All right. And I'm going to give them a 2 minutes remaining warning.
Yeah.
All right. I just gave them 2 minutes remaining and we want a line of dialogue.
About what?
Just something they can say. Anything you want. Because we don't know what they're writing, so
All right, I see it's finally your turn. I quit. Find time to tell me. You want to choose one, Laura?
oh, sure. I'm gonna say it's finally your turn. How's that?
All right.
Finally.
Perfect. I wonder if they're going to be annoyed at receiving a suggestion so late into it. But it's Edgar Allan Poe madness.
It is. It is. We have a minute left, so I'm going to suggest this doesn't have much to do with Poe, except that it's a suggestion we got about where a body might be left earlier. One of the writers got it. So let's take a moment, I'd say 45 seconds, in which you write about an amusement park's haunted house, however you want to write about it. Ready, go. Ooh, and you've only got 30 seconds. $15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And my alarm is going off. Ken, can you text them to come back?
All right, I will.
And let's hear what people wrote. Who wants to read their haunted house and amusement park sentence or two? Delette, let's hear it. Turn your microphone on.
Here we go. Short and sweet. It was scary, but I went in anyway and got mugged. What-
Karen Harrell.
It smelled like old gym socks, cotton candy, and Gina Tay perfume.
Who else is going?
Janella.
Let's hear
All
Janelle.
right.
Then enough.
Okay. The haunted house smelled like potent peanut butter. It caused all the bystanders to lick it.
And enough.
Excellent.
It was not amusing at all. My heart pounded. The creepy hands were trying to grab me, and I left covered in green slime. No.
All right. All right. We've got 3 of our floor playwrights back here. What's going to happen next, everyone? That was a great jam. Thank you. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And Laura Valpy's back here. So what's going to happen next now is the playwrights are going to cast each other in their plays and prepare for their world premieres. So we're going to need to take a 10-minute intermission. Ken, I think, is going to put our websites in the chat if you want to spend some of that intermission checking out our theater companies. And you have the option to make a donation to right away at these websites, and we always appreciate that. You can also register at Ken's website for next month's Right Away, which is going to be November 20th. Feel free to stick around watching the backstage chaos if you want to. That's about to erupt on your screen. Otherwise, I have 23 minutes after the hour, so please come back at 33 minutes after the hour to hear some world premieres, and we'll see you later. Refreshments are on the house. Your house. 33 after. All right. Let's start with, who do we start with? Valpy, I think. Who do you need, Laura Valps?
Great question. Howsy bouncy. Let's have Sam, would you please read Ferguson? And Lisa, will you please read Marigold? And I'll PDF it and send it out. I know we don't have to, but I like to.
All right. I think I called the email addresses for tonight. So
okay.
So everybody, that's that's the email that you'll reply all to. Sheila, I think you're next in the rotation. Who do you need?
It would be great if Laura Valpy could read the role of Tori. If Lisa could read the role of Jane. And Laura Livingston would read the role of Mrs. Klatsky.
I don't know why, but I love it that you laughed while you said that. And then it was, I believe, Lisa.
Yeah, I would like to cast Sam and Sheila as Joey and Mickey.
And they'll know which is which?
Sheila is Mickey and
Okay.
Sam is Joey.
All right. And Sam, who do you need?
Sheila will play Sheila. Laura Valpy is Laura. Lisa is Lisa. Ken is Ken. Laura Livingston, you can be the half goat, half unicorn.
Thank you.
That's a kind of not really a speaking role right now. So, but you'll be there. It's
Okay.
important. It's important to the story.
It's half goat, half unicorn.
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
All right. I got it. All right, folks. I believe we've
So
got.
I sent it out already, but it's a Word file. But if you don't have, I can also make it PDF if you don't have Word.
I'm good with Word. Anyone need a PDF?
Mhm.
All right. See you back here at 33 minutes after. If I could do math, I could tell you how many minutes you had left, but I can't. So figure it out. Have a good intermission.
We are still streaming live, everybody. We are streaming live, just so you keep aware of that.
Is that your way of telling me to keep things clean and not cuss my head off? Is that what that is?
Keep fingers where you want the audience to see them. Four minutes, everybody. 4 minutes to the start of Act Two. 2 more minutes, my friend. Our Act 2 will begin in 2 more minutes. I don't know why it took me 2.5 years to realize this, but I need to make a card that says intermission, we'll be back soon.
Well, at least you realized it. I didn't. All right, everyone, audience, playwrights, come back, come back. Bring your refreshments. You can imbibe and eat in our theater. And while you're gathering, let me take this opportunity, if you haven't already, to invite you to join our Facebook page called Right Away Afterwards. Just go to Facebook, type in Right Away Afterwards, and it'll come up. And it's for people who've been a part of a Right Away performance and would like to continue the conversation in any way, shape, or form. You know, my request is that I hear more of those monologues of madness. I'd love to see those written in there. But anything you want to do there, including promoting your own projects and stuff.
Now we are going to kick off our play readings. We ask that you keep your cameras off during the reading of the plays and keep your audios on mute. If you'd rather not see the names of all of the people with the cameras off, then you want to go up there and click on Hide Non-Video Participants, which you can do by moving your cursor to the lower left, click on video options, scroll down to hide non-video participants. That won't affect what the rest of us see. And then at the end of each reading, it's fun to pop your camera back on for a moment and give the playwright a round of applause. So thank you very much for that.
Playwrights, I just want to remind you, first of all, Ken, let's review the suggestions that all the playwrights got. Let me just look this up. I got it right here. These are the things that everyone had to incorporate into their play. An espresso machine makes an appearance. A character starts speaking in rhymed couplets. A half goat, half unicorn enters. The espresso machine explodes. A line of dialogue, it's finally your turn. They all had to incorporate that into their plays. Playwrights, when you're reading, when your play is being read, feel free to set it up for us, even if you didn't have time to write a scene description or anything you feel that would help us understand your play. And do remember to give us the suggestion you got from the audience members so we can all bear in mind what you were inspired by and how you used it. So Laura Valpy, I believe you are first on the roster.
All right, thank you. The suggestion that I got was public swimming pool. And I think I wrote everything that's needed to set it up, so I will read the stage directions. There is one in parentheses that I won't read, so that's just a note for the actors that I won't read what's in the parentheses or pause or whatever. And so I'll get my face out of here, and this is the play temporarily called Public Swimming Pool. The stage is the pool deck. Over the lip of the downstage edge where the audience sits is the swimming pool. Ferguson, the groundskeeper, is skimming dead leaves out of the pool with the net at the end of a very long pole. A chain link fence spans the upstage wall. On the other side of the fence, with her little fingers poking through, stands precocious Marigold, often mistaken for being much younger than her 11 years due to her small size. And Marigold, you're muted at the moment. Unmute. Miss Lisa, thank you.
Come on, mister. I won't stay long. Promise.
Pool's closed. Come back next year.
Oh, no fair.
Life ain't fair.
I just finally passed my swim test, you know? The whole thing. Everything they said I did. All the way across and back. I tread water and everything for 5 whole minutes.
Whoop-de-doo. Good for you. Go now scram.
Hey, can I try?
Try what?
Cleaning up the leaves and stuff.
No.
Do you even know how long 5 minutes is? It's a long time, you know, to be treading water. That's all you do, you know, you just tread water. Gives a girl a lot of time to think.
Oh yeah? About what?
About what a dump this place is.
Excuse you?
About how in most places it doesn't make no sense to have to tread water for 5 minutes on account of the lifeguards. At other places probably save you in a lot less time than 5 minutes, probably a lot less than 1 minute if you really think about it. At other pools, lifeguards probably save you in a matter of seconds. But here, yeah, it's probably a good idea to have to tread water for 5 whole minutes on account of you're just going to have to save yourself.
Hey, if it's such a dump, why you want to swim here?
Because it's got potential.
Marigold opens up a big duffel bag next to her and pulls out a box of a brand new home espresso machine.
I got you something.
I said go away. I don't got time for little twerps who call my pool a dump.
I said I got you something, Mr. Ferguson.
Ferguson stops skimming and for the first time turns to look at Marigold.
How do you know my name?
I don't know. Just because you're Mr. Ferguson. You're always here doing stuff, like fixing stuff. Place would probably really fall apart without you. I said I got you something. You like coffee, don't you? But the coffee vending machine is always broken and you'd fix it if they let you, but it's some other dumb company that actually owns the stupid thing. And they're the ones with the keys, but they almost never come to fix it when they say they're going to come and fix it. And so, well, this is for you.
He holds up the box.
In all my years, I ain't never seen such a shiny, fancy, thoughtful thing. The place is closed. No kids in the pool. But just this once, I'll break the rule. Well, come on, Squirt. Come around here. There ain't much time till the drains, I fear. And full of muck, of leaves and gunk, diving rings that got left sunk. Who knows what else lies neath the surf till I clear it out. I fear the worst. So come on, girl. Go through that gate. But like I said, it's getting late.
Marigold picks up the espresso box, her duffel, and runs around the fence, re-entering onto the pool deck, holding up the box and handing it to Ferguson. Ferguson is enamored. Marigold plops her duffel by the edge of the pool and takes off her sweatshirt, sweatpants, down to her swimming suit.
That's the real deal right there, Mr. Ferguson. It even comes with a pack of the little pods. You could make an espresso for yourself right now.
Well, I suppose I could use a break. Let the water drain. Leaves will still be there.
Ferguson exits towards the maintenance room or some such place off stage. Marigold jumps in the water. She swims through the audience. A half goat, half unicorn appears, surfacing as if having been deep under for ages amongst the audience. It is covered in wilted, mucky brown leaves.
Mr. Ferguson! Help! Mr. Ferguson! There's a monster! Help!
Offstage, the espresso machine explodes.
Mr. Ferguson, are you okay? Oh, please help the monster!
Marigold tries to swim back to the edge, but the muck is enveloping her. The half goat, half unicorn is getting closer to her. She is treading water, mucky, mucky water.
Help! Help!
The wind blows, more and more leaves fall into the pool, thickening the water that Marigold is trying to swim through. Mr. Ferguson slowly crawls in pain back on stage, reaching for the net pole, barely grabbing it and holding it out to Marigold.
It's finally your turn.
Marigold reaches and reaches. As more leaves fall, the monster gets closer and the lights fade. End of play.
Oh, it's so scary.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much. All right, Sheila Head.
Thank you.
All
Thanks for the reading,
attention
guys.
turns to you. Remind us what your
Hi.
individual suggestion was, please, won't you?
I just got all the lines. Stop hitting me, start hitting me. Why? I was supposed to add "You Don't Love Me." I think I missed that. This looks like we've created a brilliant expedition. And just for pronunciation, at one point there's the word Sacagawea. I think that's yours, Walpy. It's Sacagawea. It just looks weird when you like spell it. I'll do some stage direction. Good luck, everyone.
Am I supposed to be on stage when we start? I haven't read
Yes,
this yet.
both of you, both of the students are on stage, correct? Yes.
Yeah, but this
Okay.
is Mrs. Klatsky asking. Mrs. Klatsky's not
Oh
on.
no, Mrs. Klatsky, no, you're not. You make an entrance.
Oh,
I know, right? So exciting. I'm trying to get the screen and this at the same time, and it's all right. I'll just read. A bank of middle school lockers. Tori and Jane hang out looking at their project. Tori holds up a map.
This looks like we created a brilliant expedition.
Well, yeah, it's the path Lewis and Clark took across our country.
Who?
Lewis and Clark, the great explorers. They found their way from the Louisiana Territory to the Pacific Northwest.
I thought Louisiana was a state.
It is now, but before it was a territory.
Wait, was this like in the 80s? Is that why Mrs. Klatsky assigned us this? She's obsessed with her high school years.
No, it's a huge part of American history.
From the 80s?
The 1780s.
Still like way before airplanes.
Jane slaps Tori.
Obviously way before airplanes. Totally got it. Like old cars mostly, right?
Jane slaps Tori again.
Cheese and crackers, Jane. Why?
You don't pay attention. We've been sitting in class learning about the Louisiana Purchase and river exploration and the core of discovery for like 5 weeks.
Mrs. Klatsky pushes on an espresso machine.
hey, girls. And by girls, I mean young women. I mean, no offense to your burgeoning adulthood or to your gender. Forget I said anything. Let me start over.
Mrs. Klatsky exits and re-enters, pushing an espresso machine.
Hello, people who are in my class. Here you go, Tori. A short, flat white.
Tori downs the beverage.
Atta girl.
Sacagawea.
Atta girl.
You always have to be high on caffeine in order to remember things.
Well, it's better than weed. That stuff makes me forgetful.
Me too. Here, have a bump of espresso.
Tori downs the espresso. Mrs. Klatsky wheels the espresso machine off. Tori holds up the map.
Okay, wow. This map is the brilliant expedition that Meriwether Lewis and William Clark embarked upon. One of the most remarkable things most people don't know about these two intrepid explorers is that Meriwether Lewis had horrible depression. He functioned fairly when he was merry, was best on the roads when burdened with loads. When beating the bush, he was willing to push, but once all was discovered, his depression hovered. When looking for rivers, his heart did a quiver, but lights out at night with no purpose in sight. The dark creeped in tight, and his hope, it took flight. At night, land was sprawling, the unknown appalling. Then dawn would arrive. He'd again look alive. He searched for the river that might get a deep shiver. All the way to the ocean was the gist of this motion. Anywho, The Louisiana Territory actually included much of the Midwest and Upper Midwest, and not that much of Louisiana.
Mrs. Klatsky re-enters, pushing the espresso machine on the cart. She's dressed as a half goat, half unicorn.
Are you getting my clue?
Tori,
Yeah, Jane?
start hitting me.
Tori does a few quick snap out of it slaps on Jane's face.
Mrs. Klatsky, may I please have a cortado?
Double?
Yes, please.
Jane downs the double cortado.
Very nice.
Thanks. Okay. Look at me. It's a clue.
Tori, can I have another little slap?
Tori gives a series of snap out of it slaps.
Oh, okay, Tori. Okay, enough.
Jane looks at Mrs. Klatsky.
Half goat.
Half unicorn. Mythical creature. The pizza bird.
The pizza bird.
Tell me about it so I know you learned.
Native American mythological creature painted on the cliffs of the Mississippi River.
Also known as the Thunderbird.
Located where?
The cliffs on the Mississippi.
It's a big, long river, Jane. Where? Where on the Mississippi? You can do it. Come on, girls. Women. Young humans.
Mrs. Klatsky starts making another espresso-based beverage as Tori and Jane rack their brains.
I know this.
Alton, Illinois.
Illinois.
The espresso machine explodes.
My work here is done. It's finally your turn. You two are this nation's hope. Please keep the dream of the pizza bird alive.
Mrs. Klatsky wheels the espresso machine off.
I'm gonna miss her class.
She's a really good teacher.
And scene.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a fun.
That was wacky. That was awesome and wacky.
The
Yeah.
pizza bird is a real thing. I grew up in
Pizza.
Alton, Illinois for a brief amount of time, and so I know too much about Lewis and Clark.
Okay.
Oh.
I appreciate it. I knew he was depressed. I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. Lisa Gay Thompson, remind
Oh, okay.
of your suggestion and tell us all you need for us.
All right. Sorry. My suggestion was there's a secret in a backpack, and it's the ex-lover's heart in the backpack. And I will read some stage directions as needed, and this is the world premiere of It's Going Down.
Beautiful up here, honey.
Yeah. You can see the entire LA basin spread out before you. The lights coming up, the sun going down, all the magic we know is there but rarely see.
True. From here, everything is beautiful.
It's the gift of distance. Everything's more beautiful from afar. It's when you get close that
Yeah, I wondered if you'd ever invite me to fly with you.
I mean, tomorrow we'll be husband and wife. I thought it was time we knew each other better.
Can't tell you how proud I am watching you fly this plane. You're an amazing woman, Mickey.
It's funny, really, to think that there are still things we don't know about one another so much, so much.
You seem to have something on your mind.
Would you fix me a pumpkin spice latte, please? I find that I fly better with some caffeine in my system.
You have an espresso machine?
Just behind you, just unstrap and reach back.
Wait, I thought you hated those. All the times we laughed at people who ordered them.
I thought you hated them, so I pretended to hate them. There, you know me better now. My secret is out.
Oh, is that what you've been alluding to? These cryptic references to the things we don't know about one another.
Well, I did think you should know. Does it change how you feel about me?
Oh, of course not, darling. You're so cute to worry about that. Are you sure it's safe to unstrap?
I wouldn't put you in any danger, Joey. You're my betrothed, my beloved, my soon-to-be forever husband, the man I trust more than anyone in the world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. I have to make a sudden turn. Oh, hey, are you okay, honey?
No pumpkin spice latte for you. I'm afraid it's all over my shirt.
Oh, well, maybe you have another shirt in your backpack.
No, nothing. Mm-mm.
All the things we cannot see, all the secrets you keep from me. From below, I wonder why, but up here, it is hard to lie.
Lie?
I'm afraid I have a request if we're to be married tomorrow.
You're thinking of not marrying me?
I'd forgotten how slow you can be to catch on. Is that all you're worried about right now?
What is this about? My backpack? This is because I won't let you see what's in my backpack? Is that why you rushed to get your pilot's license?
I have news for you. They don't have weekend rush courses to get your pilot's license.
Oh shit. Are you telling me?
Joey, I need to see what's in that pack.
You don't really want to know.
Hand me that pack of Lucky Strikes, would you?
You smoke?
Just another secret I thought I should reveal before our big day. So, what's in the pack, man?
Shouldn't a marriage be based on trust? Does trust require that we know every little thing about each other? Shouldn't there be some things that we hold in check?
Maybe some things, but not this one. I need to know why you keep that backpack so near to your hand. It's always there, always zipped up. You take it in the bathroom with you. It's next to you while we make love. I have to know what you're hiding.
Joey reaches into the backpack and pulls out a wooden box with a half goat, half unicorn painted on its lid.
I'm telling you right now that if you love me, you won't ask me to open this box. If we're to be married tomorrow, you're going to have to trust me that this box is better left closed. Do you love me?
I gotta know. I gotta know what's in there.
I'm begging you to let this go.
No, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I won't. You tell me or we're going down. It's finally your turn.
I was hoping to keep it a secret from you because I love you. If this box is opened, we both die. It's a secret that can't come out.
The espresso machine explodes and the wooden box is drenched in espresso. Mickey grabs for the box. Joey hangs onto it and they struggle. Meanwhile, the plane descends towards the ground.
We're probably going to die anyway. I haven't learned how to pull out of a dive yet.
It's my ex-lover's heart, and he's very, very vengeful.
The end.
Meow.
Awesome. All right.
That was awesome.
Really good reading, really nice, Lisa. And I have been terrified tonight. I told you you didn't need to be terrorizing, yet you were.
We have one more play this evening from Sam Johnson. Before we introduce Sam's play, let me announce to everybody that following Sam's play, after we wrap up the show, we are going to have our traditional talk back with the audience, where everybody is invited to come on stage, ask questions to the authors, share thoughts about the plays, or reflect upon the jam and share thoughts about that. So if you cannot stick around for that, then that is all right. But if you can stick around for that, we would love you to. So after we say goodbye, don't really go anywhere. Stick around for the talk back. And now, Mr. Johnson, please take it away. Remind us of your suggestion first.
Okay, well, I did ask for a place where you could hide a body, and the suggestion was Mason jar. So that's what's up. This play is called The Telltale Mason Jar. And so it's got Sheila and Laura and Lisa. And Ken, if you wouldn't mind just keeping your camera off for your part, that would be helpful to this. And I'll stay off and read the directions as well. All right, so this takes place in a kitchen. Sheila, extremely nervous, stands with two cops, Lisa and Laura. The countertops are covered with mason jars full of tomato sauce, and there's a big canning set up on the stove. Somewhere in this mess, well, we'll find out what's in there.
There's not a body in here. I don't know what you're looking for.
It was just a noise complaint, ma'am.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I make noises. La 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 la, hee ha ha ha, gibbity gibbity. It's just,
It was more like a frightened kind of noise, a scream.
Yeah, I know, because I did it. What? Yeah, I scream and big whoop. I love screaming and making noises, but there's absolutely no body.
Why do you keep mentioning a body?
I don't. You're mentioning a body.
You mentioned a body.
You did it again. There is no body.
Thump, 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 thump.
What was that?
What was that?
You didn't hear a thumping sound like a heartbeat?
No.
No. Right. Obviously, why would you? There's no heart here or anything else that would make a noise like that.
Ma'am, can I ask what all the jars are for?
For canning. I'm canning spaghetti sauce for the winter. I love canning and spaghetti. Practically the opposite of something I really, really hate, which is murder.
Thump, thump, thump.
Okay, I know you definitely had to hear that.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Yes, yeah, gibbity, hee hee ha ha. Nope, sorry, I'm just making noises. Nothing to see here.
Thump, 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 thump.
Goddamn son of a bitch. Okay, I know you can hear it. Well, there's a perfectly good explanation, and it isn't murder.
What are you talking about?
My espresso machine.
Sheila crosses to her espresso machine and whacks it a couple of times.
Yeah, it makes a thump thump sound sometimes, almost exactly like a heartbeat, but it's not a heartbeat because that would be absolutely insane. It's a machine that makes a heartbeat sound, but also coffee. So what you are hearing has a perfectly normal explanation. It's my espresso machine.
Ma'am, that machine is not even plugged in.
Then why is it thumping if you're so damn smart? Because nothing else could be making that noise, and it's certainly not my guilty conscience projecting the heartbeat of a victim of a crime such as murder, which I already told you I hate.
Ma'am, I think we might want to bring you in for an evaluation. You are acting erratically.
Have you ever canned before? It's really hard. It's getting the parts to fit inside the mason jar. If I were putting spaghetti sauce in the trunk of a hollow tree or a phone booth or a gym locker, or I don't know, inside a haunted house, that would be a different story. But I'm putting this sauce in mason jars, and it is chunky.
Yeah, I do love a chunky sauce.
Oh, same. My grandmother used to say, if you're going to make pasta, don't make it with a rasta because rasta sauce is silky. What you want is chilky.
Chunky? What's that?
It means chunky. My grandmother was from the old country. She liked to pepper her rhyming couplets with some of the old words.
Oh,
Thump, help me.
no, no, no.
No?
You heard it. I know you did. Stop torturing me. It said, help me, you son of a bitch.
Well, I think we've seen enough here. Maybe we'll let you get back to your canning.
Really?
Canning is obviously stressful.
A half goat, half unicorn enters.
Okay, now what the fuck is this thing doing here?
Stay back, man. It looks dangerous.
Stay where you are, creature.
The half goat, half unicorn approaches. Lisa and Laura draw their guns.
Halt!
The creature takes one more step. Lisa and Laura start firing. The creature falls dead.
Shit. 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 What are we gonna do?
This is so bad. This monster wasn't even armed. Damn it.
It's okay. We can chop it up and put it in the spaghetti sauce I'm canning, give it away to our friends, and nobody will ever know. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Sounds risky.
Just trust me.
Thump, 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 help me.
Sheila and Laura and Lisa look at each other terrified.
La 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 hee hee
Suddenly the espresso machine explodes and the lights go out. Everyone. The lights come back up. Sheila stands in the middle of the kitchen covered in blood. Laura and Lisa are bloody and appear dead on the floor. A unicorn hoof sticks straight out of the pot. Sheila stares at the audience.
It's finally your turn.
The end.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was
Oh, man.
great.
Oh my gosh, this is fun.
That was fabulous. That was so great.
Glibbity glibbity.
Excellent.
Glibbity.
Cracking me up.
You know what, folks? This was really fun. I want to thank the whole audience for coming and all the writers for coming, everyone who's donated to this project. Thank you so much. We just love keeping this going and creating all this stuff and hearing it read, both in the jam, which had its moments of creepiness as well, and it's totally fun. We'll be posting the video for those who had to miss the first half, or there's some folks who miss the whole thing and they watch it in video. We hope you'll return and join us for next month's Right Away, which was November 20th. Laura Valpy, Ken, and I will be back. Kat will be joining us, Kat Coppett, whom many of you know, and a couple more people to be announced. And you can register on that Synergy Theater link that Ken shared with us earlier. So now I think we got all the playwrights back on camera. I think we got the audience back on camera. Let's give the playwrights another round of applause for some great fun stuff. And a round of applause to the jam players for some great fun stuff there. If you're staying for the talk back, feel free to turn your video back on. If you're leaving us now, thank you for coming, and we'll see you next month.
Well, that was very wonderful. I am going to stop the live